Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Point Blank with Peacemaker. You can see them there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put them off to the side real quick because we're going to look at the box. And yes, you can see nice card mode there and Legacy and Transformers and the names and all that stuff and Dakar and Hasbro and 8 Plus. And over here you got a nice close-up shot of Point Blank with him doing an action pose as well. You got Legacy up here. You got line white artwork, one half of it anyway, right there. You got copyrights and all that stuff down here. Back here you have warnings and more copyrights and product shots, of course, and well the tech spec QR code if you want that. You also have instructions which are mostly helpful. There is one spot I would kind of feel like the instructions could have done a better job of explaining what the heck's going on. Regardless. Yeah, so Point Blank. Peacemaker. Yeah, this is a new version of the old Target Master. I think this is the first new version, well, G1 style in a long time. I'm not sure if there's ever another Point Blank. But yeah, you can see he is mostly red and blue with some black. And yeah, he's interesting looking to say the least. This head was designed to be more like the animation from, I believe, the Rebirth. You got that. You got some, red shoulders, car shoulders and the blue wheels. You got some blue forearms. You got the blue cockpit chest. You got some black with some silver and red down there. You got some blue and red here. You also got the really wide hips, and back here you kind of have more of the same, and also a big old void there, and this guy's definitely generating a lot of discussion. And then of course there's also Point Blank, there's Peacemaker. Sorry, Peacemaker here, which he's red and black. He's got little tiny bits of blue detailing, and that's about it really. A little bit of detail, but not a whole lot of detail. Yeah, so that's the two in the box here. Yeah, so the thing about this guy is, well, he's got some odd proportions to say the least. Mostly the wide hips are kind of an odd thing. That's one point of contention. He's also got some other things that some people are not really too happy with on this guy. Namely, people aren't happy with that whole back end. They feel like he's been kind of shortchanged in many ways. But he looks pretty good from this point. I would say he looks mostly pretty great. His original, looking at the original picture of the original robot, he does look a little awkward there too. So I'm not sure if what people are expecting. I just think like it looks pretty great overall. Just definitely has a couple things about him. Peacemaker here looks great too, but well, the thing about Peacemaker is his one piece of articulation robot mode is he can do that. He can bow, and that's about it because he has nothing else. Unlike a lot of the other Target Master type things we got recently, this is kind of back to the way things were in G1. There's almost no articulation whatsoever except for one very specific thing, and that's it. Good news is, well, he can still discard the guns, fold them in half and bring this down, and bam, he's now a gun for Point Blank. And, he can hold that, and things are pretty much fine. There you go. He can hold his gun pretty easily. The other thing is he can also store the gun. If you want to take that, just fold that barrel back down, and then you go ahead and back here you move that up and plug them in right here, and just kind of bring this down over top like that, and that's his gun nice and stored away, and there you go. So articulation. Oh boy, yeah, the articulation thing. So first thing, his head is on a ball joint. So you got left and right, and a little bit of up and down, a little bit of wiggle, but not a whole lot. You got that. Shoulders can do a full 360, although they're at a kind of an angle because of how he transforms. Outward, you have that and that, so you do have a kind of an awkward outward, but you do have, I think, enough to do something. You do have a bicep swivel right there. Well, actually not really a bicep swivel, it's an elbow swivel. And that's a big thing because his elbow's above it. And well, it's kind of limited because of this kind of bangs into each other. So you only got that much range, which is kind of fun because if you rotate it around to the wrong way, suddenly you get a lot more range. And yeah, so the thing is, it's harder to get a good pose out of him because, well, if the swivel is above the elbow, then things would be fine. But, well, this kind of makes it so there's only so much you can do, and it kind of is like, oh no, So his arm articulation is a little weird and limited in bizarre ways, and it's kind of frustrating, particularly if this was just not here. If this piece was right here, the elbow would be a lot better. I think people would be more forgiving of it. But as it is, it's just kind of a little more difficult to get any sort of good. You can, but it's a lot more difficult. Anyway, waist swivel, pretty much unhindered. So, that's the thing. You have hips, which go forward that far and back that far and outward way over the full splits. You have a thigh swivel. Knees, thanks to the way he transforms, his knees can do a full curl and then some. Could fully collapse in there. So you got that. And then feet, you have that much ankle tilt and you have a toe joint, and that's your lot. So yeah, I think the thing about Pointblank here is he's decent looking, but he's got some issues. Another issue people don't have is the engine block, which the original had, is not here anymore. You kind of have detailing to kind of simulate it, but there's no engine block anymore. So that's the thing, unfortunately. Yeah, real quick comparison. Okay, so take Siege Ironhide. Pretend this one is more blue and his name is Crosscut. But yeah, that's kind of giving an idea. Crosscut, I think actually that's the Target Master too, if I recall correctly. So yeah, just pretend this is Crosscut and you'll get an idea. Just pretend it's more blue. I don't have Crosscut. Maybe I should get one because I'm considering getting rid of this Ironhide now anyway, because I got the Studio Series one. So yeah. And here he is with Optimus, Earthrise Optimus. And here he is, just for the sake of it, here he is with his wave mates. Which is leaning forward a bit. Yeah, there's his wave mates so far. So yeah, I think the robot mode looks all right, but yeah, he's got some limited articulation. So anyway, transformation though, it's mostly fine and easy to understand. There's just a couple of things that are annoying. Okay, so first thing, unplug this if you haven't already. Unplug that, and right here, this blue panel, you want to open that up right there, fold the head in, and then close that back up over top. Then take this piece right here and use those hinges to fold it up and match it up with the rest of the cockpit there. Right here, you want to go ahead and rotate the elbows, or not the elbows, the shoulders back like that, so they look like that. And then what you want to do here is go ahead and fold the elbows backwards like that. And you kind of rotate them like this, and then on this hinge you want to rotate it like this, and on this hinge you want to bring this up on this hinge, and then you want to kind of bring it out so it can go above, up and over. You want this red piece to go up and over this blue piece. So you want this kind of like that, and then it's bring over, and there's a tab here which will go into a slot right there. Bring that over like that. Same thing on this side. Bend this back at the elbow here. Rotate it here. Rotate it like that. Rotate it at this elbow, and then bring this up into the shoulder. Make sure this comes up and over, and then this red piece clears the blue piece. And then tab this in right here, like that. And go ahead and bring these together up, and then tab them together right here in the front of the car, like that. And back here, you want to go ahead and rotate the waist 180. Now, these pieces are kind of weird. You want to go ahead and bring them out and rotate them around this way, and kind of, you don't want to tab them in quite yet. Same thing on this side. Bring this out and rotate this around this way. And this is, I think, the part that's annoying and tricky. So to feet here, you want to go ahead and fold the toes down. Now you want to bring these around, and this is the annoying part. You want to start bringing these around, and then also open this up right here, right? Now this is what's annoying about this, is getting these feet to clear everything is really annoying, because you have to bring these down and make sure these clear this piece, and that's not easy, in my opinion. You have to that's why you have to want to bring that at an angle. This will bring this down over top. You want to make sure this is fully folded, so you have to make sure to push on this part. And there's a tab, this tab right here will go into a slot in the toe, and then on top of this tab right here will go open there, like that. And that will nice fold down and make sure this is all straight right there. And same thing on this side. I'm going to fold this up, make sure this is, clears that, and then bring this down through here And you want to bring that down so this will kind of then, that tab will go up in the toe and this tab will go over here, and sometimes this is where it fights me a bit. There we go. And then of course press on this as well. So let's make sure it's, see, because that's crooked. Make sure it's all the way down like that so it's nice and straight. Then you go ahead and bring this back down. And there you go. There's Pointblank in his car mode, which I'll say this. I really like this car. This is like, I think this is the two modes is my favorite. The transformation is mostly fine. It's just this stupid leg and feet thing. It's just annoying to kind of get that all lined up, because they tell you, oh, just put this up here, and then you put the thing down, and you're sitting here struggling to fight this, get this thing to all line up and everything. But I know it doesn't have the engine block. There's kind of tabbing here, which can be, there are holes and stuff you can definitely use, and there's tabs, slots here, and you can use that stuff, because apparently there's already a third-party engine block thing, which you can do that thing. The other thing is, this doesn't totally nicely tab together, and also you can see kind of the blue peeking through in the middle there, but overall you can see really nice. You got some silver highlighting where the headlights would be, the Autobot symbol. You got some venting, little black, I guess more vents, and the nice blue cockpit and the blue wheels, and you got some black and red back there, and you got blue and silver there, and the fins and all that stuff, and nice, cleans up nicely too, and rolls really nice. I genuinely like the I think I genuinely like the alt mode more than I like the robo mode. The robo mode I think looks good, poses weird, but this I genuinely like. And of course you can also take the, target master, and there's tabs right on the outside which go line up with slots here, and you can just do that, and now he's got that whole thing going on. I guess you could fold that up if you want, but that's just kind of weird. But yeah, you got all that going on if you want. You can have that's nice bit of storage there, and there you go. It looks actually kind of decent like that, I guess. So yeah, should you buy this one? Oh boy, the arm articulation is weird and difficult to work with in any real way because of how it's designed and everything. So that's one big problem. Some people are gonna don't like how I think that's the word frumpy being thrown around because of his wide hips. He's got weirdly wide hips, so some people are not really happy with that one. But it's kind of consistent with the original toy, so it's one of those. If you don't like that, you just don't like how he looks in general. There's been moaning about the head. Some people prefer the other head because this guy's had two different head designs. Because I believe the Japanese, what was it? Super God Master Force was the one that had the different head design. So there's that whole thing. And of course, yeah, just some people feel like this is the guy who got they cheaped out a lot on him because there was that behind the scenes thing where they showed the budget was cutting into a lot of stuff. So this guy's got a bit of a bad rap. I think he's all right, but he's definitely, I think, probably not my first choice for this wave, but I think I really like the alt mode though. So there's that. I think he looks nice, but his articulation is limited, and that one part of the transformation is annoying. And yeah, so yeah, it depends. I guess it depends on, if you really don't like how it looks and the articulation really bothers you, don't buy it. But if those things may not bother you that much, maybe give them a shot. So yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out my co-host. I'm at cohost.com/Nemesis-Prime, and check out my coffee and my Patreon. And I'll see you next time with another video review.